Hello students, welcome back to the second part of the tenses. We have already started, now we are just moving into the next section, simple present tense. We saw that there are three kinds of tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. And we are going to see now the simple present tense. The first part is simple present tense. Now look at this. I go to school by bus. Look at the underlined word go. These children speak English fluently. Look here, the underlined word speak. The sun rises in the east. Now, in these three sentences, look at the verb I go. I is singular. Here you have written only go. Okay, and you did not add any s or es here. These children is plural. So here you did not add any s or es, only speak. The sun is singular, so you have written here yes or yes. Now look here, when you have the pronoun like I, we, you, they, or plural like boys, we use only the root form of the verb like pray, read, teach, walk, jump. Only the root form of the verb. That is, we don't add yes here. Once again, you just check here. I pray, there is no yes. We read, no yes. You teach, no yes. They walk, boys jump. That is when I and plural. See, I is assumption. I is actually singular, but along with I, we don't add yes or yes. So when I, we, you, they come, we don't add yes. We just write only the verb, only the root form of the verb. Okay. Look down here. He, she, it, or any singular. When he, she, it come, we write root form of the verb. See here, root form of the verb plus yes or yes. But when you have I, we, you, they, we write only the root form. See, only the root form. Only the root form means only the verb. See the verb pray, read, teach, walk, jump. There is no yes or yes. You write only verb. But down you see, when you have, look at this, he, she, it. When you have he, she, it, any one of these pronoun, along with the verb, you add here yes. Here you have added yes. Here yes. Here only yes. You add either yes or yes. Children, this you have to know thoroughly. The basic simple present tense. The moment simple present tense comes in your mind, think of adding yes or yes. In certain place you should not add yes or yes. When certain place you have to add yes or yes. This you should know thoroughly where you should add and where you should not add. So when you are having the pronoun I, we, you, they, here you will not add. But when you are having he, she, it, here you will either add yes or yes. So keep this you should know thoroughly. Okay, once again, let me repeat. When you are having I, we, you, they, only the root form of the verb. If you are having he, she, it, you should add yes or yes. So these are the examples I have given on this slide. Let's move on. Now here see, when you are framing question or negative sentence, when you have pronoun like I, we, you, here there's a mistake, it's you, okay, you or they, you should add do. Keep in the mind, when you are having I, we, this is you, there's a spelling mistake, you it is. You, they, you should write do. When you are having he, she, it, you should add does. This also you should know thoroughly. That is where you will add do and where you should use does. So this you should know thoroughly. Along with he, she, it, we add does, and all along with I, we, you, they, we use do. So for framing question, you should know where to use do and where you should use does. Similarly for negative sentence also. Supposing if there is an auxiliary verb like am, is, are, you could easily write he is not there, or I am not coming, or they are not playing. So easily you can add not to the auxiliary verb. Supposing the auxiliary no verb is not there, you should see the subject. If the subject is I, we, you, they, then you should use do. Supposing the subject is he, she, it, then you should use the verb does for negative or for question. Keep in the mind. Let's move on. Now here you see, let's see some examples. When I, we, you, they come, I told already, you have to use do. I do go to school. This is positive sentence. Take this do and put it in the front. Do I go to school? See, it has become a question now. Now see, I'm going to make this sentence negative. How can I make negative? Just adding not here. See here, I do not go to school. This is negative sentence. How can I make this question? Just take this do not and put in the front and make it short. Don't I go to school? So it has become negative, interrogative, negative. Okay, now look down. He does not come. He does not come as negative. How can I make it question? Make does not short form as doesn't. Doesn't he come? Doesn't he come? That has become a question word. So keep in the mind, children. That is, when I, we, you, they come, we have to use do. And when he, she, it come, we have to use does. Let's move on. Look at this. Where do we use simple present tense? We use simple present tense for habits. For example, see, he usually gets up late in the morning. So that is his habit. Getting up late in the morning is habit. So there we use simple present. Then routine. Look at the second one. This is routine. That is what you do daily as a matter of habit. The tune rings the bell at the end of every period. That is, when each period gets over, the tune will ring the bell. So that is routine. Then universal truth. See, the sun rises in the east, the sun sets in the west. That is universal truth. For universal truth also we use simple present. So children, you should know where to use simple present. So we use it for habits and for routine and for universal truth. Let's move on. See here, it expresses a situation or states true at the time of speaking. For example, see, she goes to a dance class once a week. That is true. That is only one time she goes for a dance class. It expresses characteristic. See, he loves classical music. Look at this picture. He always loves not Western or some other. He loves classical music. That's why he's sitting and playing with the sitar. Okay, so he loves classical music. So these are the other two places where we use simple present tense. Okay, so we already saw habit, routine, universal truth. Then where a situation or expression that's true at the time of speaking, then it expresses characteristic. Okay, now look here. These people celebrate Diwali. These people is children's plural, more than one person. See here, there are three persons. So we have written only celebrate, only the root form of the verb. Are you listening? See, that is only celebrate. There is no yes or yes because this is plural. When plural come, we use only root form. Do you remember I, we, you, they? Here it is actually instead of these people, I can say they celebrate. So only root form of the verb. Look down. Now here there's a bracket, that is I have to change the subject. These people you have to change and use Mr. Verma. Suppose in the place of these people, if Mr. Verma come, how will this sentence change? Look here. Mr. Verma, say I'm writing instead of these people, I'm writing Mr. Verma. So Mr. Verma, now it has become singular. When he, she, it come, do you remember we add yes or yes? Now since Mr. Verma you have written here, we have to write celebrates. Yes, you should add celebrate, yes. Mr. Verma celebrates Diwali. Again, there's a mistake, children. Here, full stop should not come. Only at the end of the sentence, full stop should come. Keep in the mind. A sentence should always begin with a capital letter and end with the full stop. Okay, let's move on. Now here you see, when you are forming interrogative form, trains on this route often run late. Now look here, trains, plural. When plural come, we have to use only root form run. Okay. Now how will I make this interrogative? That is, see children, here there is no auxiliary verb am, is, or. There is no auxiliary verb. Now see here, trains on this route, trains is plural. When plural come, you have to use do. Only he, she, it comes, you have to use does. Since here trains plural has come, I have to use the question word do. Okay, this also you should remember. That is, when I, we, you, they come, you have to use do as a question word. When he, she, it come, you have to use does as a question word. So let's see how to frame the question. Do, put do in the front. Do, the trains on this route often run late. So the question is formed. So it has become a question. Look at this. He writes beautiful poems. See here, since it is he, singular, he, she, it, I have to add yes, writes. Supposing if you are I will say I write. If it is you, you write. They, then again they write. I, we, you, they, only write will come. If it is he, she, it, what you should do? If it is he, she, it, you should write writes. He writes, she writes. Okay. Now, how to make this question? Again, here there is no auxiliary verb like am, is, and are. So, what I should do? Look at this. He has come. So, he, she, it. I have to use does. When you are using does, the following verb should not have yes. Keep in the mind. So, here you will frame. Does he write beautiful poems? So that is how you should frame. Keep again the mind, children. When you're framing question with does, the next verb should not have yes. Let's move on. Now look, make question. Here, there is a question word in the bracket. We have to use this question word and frame question. The porter lives across the river. See, across the river is the answer, which you should not write in your question. Question should have only the question words, not the answer. See here, the porter is singular. That's why we have added here yes. The porter lives. Supposing if you are having here plural like you, we, they, we write only live. You live or they live or we live. Since it is singular only, you have written here lives. Okay, now look here how to frame question. Use the word where. Since it is singular, do you remember he, she, it? We have to use does. Since it is singular, use the word does. See here, does. Where does, small letter, the porter. Again, when you are using does, the following verb should be without yes. So where does the porter live? Question mark. Should not write across the river. See, I have underlined across the river is the answer. So don't write answer in the question. So question should have only the important question words. So how will you frame question? Put this where first. Since it is singular, I have used does. Where does the porter live? So we have come to the end of the class. Let's see in the next class. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.